Okay, I'm gonna put the chords at the end of this, and I'm gonna explain every section of the song so you can like understand it, but I'm just gonna play it first, okay? So listen to it, write what you want to this section. If you want to learn the exact thing what I'm doing later, go ahead and look at that, and I'll put in the scales for you so you can write to the scales if you feel you need to. Take a heart and hands seem to fall away. Use your mind and wait for lightning to strike like Dr. Frankenstein. Swords and mines, not mine. Doesn't shit, but I'm sure it looks fine. Let's take a walk through the forest and see what we can find. See the creek in front of me. Is there someone else inside? Was a portrait carried off? His feet were the unknown thief. A hidden friend in shadow and endless grief. Let's open this up and find what we see. What's best for you is not always best for me. Okay, so now, I hope you can see this. Okay, so the first chord is pretty simple. It goes 7, then it goes 9 on the next string, 9 on the next string, then 8, right? So it just makes that basic like that one. But then what you do next is you keep this barred, this index finger barred, and you move this pinky right here. Usually what I do is I'll bar it like right there. But it's basically that, and it's just a first inversion, which is technically what a basic chord. So this is the first chord, this is the next note in the technical chord, which is this note right here. This high note right here is technically this note. It's like the same note, right? So you basically just move that to the third. So it's gonna be 10, next string 9, then 7, then 8, then 7. So it's just another version of that first chord, and it is the same chord. And then what you do is you keep this whole thing barred, and then you basically put your fingers on these 3, and you put down that 1. So the frets are 9, 7, 7, 7. So it makes this chord right here, right? And then you just do this. You move the first chord, the shape of the first chord, to right here. From there to there, right? You just move it right there. And then this next chord is also the first inversion of this exact chord right here. And how you play that one is you go 12, skip the A string, then you go 10, 12, 13. So this is the progression. And during the first 2 times of that thing, I want you to write some kind of like some kind of like melody or lead, just whatever you want. And then when I start playing this, take a heart and hands seem to fall away, I want you to literally play the chords with me, and if you can, do like harmonies on specific points. Now the next section, go to the first chord of the first progression, and you play that shape, and you just move it from here to here to here to here, and you go. It goes. want you to play something really funky right there. If you can, like. Just make it sound all funky. And then the next section would literally be, so it's simple. You bar this, and then you just put the on the next string. So from right here, this right there. That one. Sorry, that one, just the 1 and 2. Just what is it? 7, 9, 7, 9, and you bar it. You probably know that chord pretty well. And then you move it up 1, 2, 3, 4 up to that fret right there. And then basically what you do is you go to fret 2 on that same string, the A string, and it's like 2, 4, 3, 4. 2, 4, 3, 4. Makes that sound. And then you move it up to the 5th fret. So it goes. And then it repeats once, and then the last section, you're going to either do a solo or you're going to switch with me on chords. So it's just a power chord. It's 7, 9, 9, and you go from 7 to 5 on the low string. So 7 on the 2nd string to 5, and then 3 on the 2nd string, and then 3 on the low string. So it goes. And if you could at the same time either do this, you go. So instead of 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we will go back and forth on the panning. So I go. And then it switches. And I'm thinking a bass solo. That's the basic progression of the song.